actually, instead of taking all the horse rides, I just mapped back to the milestone. I'd forgotten that I was bound here. So we are going to go into the Prancing Pony, in fact, and going to look for a bard. There should be one in here. I know we've gotten a couple of traits, perhaps a class skill lately. So the bard should be back here, I believe, in this corner. Yes, Bard of Bree, Owen Oaks. Let's speak to the bard right quick, see if there's anything that we can...
Greetings.
Trait. Yes, we have a virtue slot. And we have one virtue that we can put into it, charity. So let's go ahead and slide that one in there. We've gotten a racial slot too. Do we have any actual race skills? We do not. Class skills, okay, Cunning Wound and Hidden Danger. What do we have already? We have Ambidextrous, which is part of the Quiet Knife. We have Leaf Walker, which is our Gambler skill. We have another Quiet Knife and yet another Quiet Knife. So we've got enough Quiet Knives to get up to 3. Now see, this one right here will give us plus 20 stealth movement speed. But once we can get 3 of these equipped, we'll get a plus 5% stealth speed. And as you see, then at 4 you get another plus 5, and at 5 you get another plus 5. So those really help out with the Quiet Knives. Unfortunately, none of them, let's see, Hidden Dagger, Surprise Track, Cunning, Trip and Took, Cunning Wound, plus 4% damage over time, 10% damage over time. I'm going to have to take a look at those and decide which one's going to be better. But for right now, we are definitely going to slot Charity. It's only going to cost us 60 copper coins. So the virtues are always very, very nice and very fun to, very worthwhile to slot. That's the word I was looking for. Very worthwhile to slot. I want to talk to Barlam in a second. I've actually got these Ithildan coins. They actually start a quest, don't they? And they are from having had the Mines of Moria expansion on this character. So why don't I actually fire off one of these coins? Choose one of these. Horn of the Dour Dwelf. Bring that to Barlam and Butterbur. Alright, I'm going to hold off until I've actually got a house on this account, because I think I'd like to use them for the Pesky Dormouse or the Colorful Songbird. So we'll hold off on that one for right now. Alright, where were we heading? Alright, focus, Gnarlo, focus. Oh yes, we were going back to Trestlebridge, so that is where we will head right now. And we have returned to Trestlebridge as we cross the Penimus Bridge itself. First of all, we're going to head up north, just a little ways up the Greenway here. It's at about halfway between here and I think Mitchum's camp, where Colbert the Mad is. Just off to the left will be a broken down wagon, I believe, and that is what we are looking for the quest Felling Trees. I'm going to talk to Matty Woodruff. His wife is very concerned about how come he hasn't come back from gathering wood. We should find him just right up here. There's the ring appearing. There they are, Maddie and Noel. Like this work wasn't hard enough. Without the cart, we ain't gonna be able to take any lumber back. Looks like their cart has had a few difficulties here. Let's see what Maddie has to say about it.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
So Elsie sent you? Well, I'm glad for it. Well, we did run afoul of them orcs. Fortunate to have escaped with our lives, we are. But our cart here, well, it didn't get off quite as well, as you can see. No matter how many trees we fell, if we don't have our cart fixed, we can't bring them back to Trestlebridge.
I don't know if you can help me.
If we don't get a wheel for this cart, this lumber ain't going anywhere. I'd send you to Trestlebridge, but I doubt they have anything to spare. Every little bit there is precious. But there's some hope yet. See, there were some farmers escaping to Trestlebridge, and their wagons got overrun by them orcs. Well, their supplies were stolen and their carts broke up, but there might be a wheel from one of those carts that we can salvage. I don't think they dragged the carts into the Nan Wathran, so I think you'll find the remains of them carts in that orc camp straight east of here. If we're going to find a wheel to salvage, it'll be there, I'll wager. So collect the cart wheel in the orc camp straight east of here. Well, east is that way, so let's see if we can't find... a cartwheel while we're at it. And I think we might be able to find the map pages there too. I think that's the same camp that we were expected to kill orcs and see if we can find map pages on their bodies. So let's not run across the lake. And let's avoid all the various flora and fauna that are always seem to be out to kill us. There's an actual named one. I wonder what he does. We'll remember that. If we're set out to hunt down a Trinduff, we know where to find him now. Okay, we are looking for cartwheels and looking for pages. Dismount, see if we can't take this picket out. He should be easy pickings. That's the one that I'm after? Yes. Received some advice recently, which I'm very happy about. Alright. Put a trick on them, you can use mischievous glee to take off the trick and restore some of your morale. As you see, we have the green morale restoration stuff going on there. I wonder, see if we can't get up into the main camp. Thinking there might be more carts up there. That I know how it works. Yep, he spotted us that time. And I need to use the detect weakness as well. We'll use that on the next one. Yep, there's a map page. So we are getting there. I'm gonna use, I think it's this one. Nope, that's counter defense. This one. Reveal weakness, yes. That is supposed to increase the amount of damage that we do. But it won't break stealth. Alright. So let's see how well it works. Completed swift and subtle. And we picked up another trait. That's another map page. Let's take a look at the trait here right quick. See what the heck it was that we picked up. Swift and subtle, of course. Turbine points. Use subtle stab. So we had 1,250 times. Wow. Alright, that goes along with the gambler. Subtle stab, swift and subtle. Swift and subtle. Gives us 10% damage. And we can debuff the resistances if they are gambled. Okay. Gonna have to play around with those different stances that we can take. Right now, I'm in the quiet knife, which really helps out whenever you are looking at stealth attacks and things. Got to say, I'm in a situation where I wanted to use the mischievous glee, but I actually am killing them faster than I can pull it off. I'd imagine, there's our cartwheel we're after. I would imagine that it's another one of those kill X number of critters, or use the mischievous glee X number of times, and get a trait for it. So we'll go ahead and use it, even though we don't really need to. How many more maps have we got to find? 6 more map pages. That's being a pain in the butt. Alright, stay there, Picket. If I have to start tearing map pages off of birds, I'm going to be upset. Unfortunately, bother my suspension of disbelief a bit. Whoa! Now that was apparently a critical hit there. Wow. Alright, let's go after that other picket. Plenty of map pages. We are almost halfway through it. And he's going down as well. And nothing. Okay. Don't need the extra hit points, but I need the count. I'll have to take a look at traits later, our various deeds and all, and see if that's one that we can actually get points for using. Did you see the mischievous glee gives us a little bonus there for a while? Because after all, laughter is the best medicine, right? Let's divert them too while we're at it. Forgetting we've only got about 5,000 diversions we need to use in order to get that skill. So we need to try and use that as often as possible, don't we? Let's divert his attention and then attack. That's something I often forget to do. Remember to do that. Remember to keep using those skills even if you don't really need them. Make sure you use them because it's a lot easier to burn them up and get the points and the skill ups for it now. Okay. Than it is later when you're fighting things closer to your own level. You still get credit for them every time you use it on anyone that's a green or a higher. Still got halfway to go here. But I see a volunteer right over there willing to help us out. Didn't help us out that much. Unfortunately, some of these blues can still see you. Check his weaknesses. Let's divert his attention. And let's take him out. Map? Map? No map. Okay, another picket up the hill. Let's riddle him for a second. I'm pretty sure there's some riddle traits that I need to get a hold of too. There we go. Now we can get the mischievous glee. Especially since we've already got that last map page off the picket there. Good. Alright. Let's mount up. And let's head over. We're going to go back and see Matty first. Take him his much needed cartwheel. Then I think that will kill two birds with one stone because I'm sure he'll send us back to town. And once we're back to town, we can give the missing map pages back to Marla. So I think that is the best order to do those two in. Why is it raining on my head once more? I really do think that I get rain more often than anyone else does, because back whenever I used to play with my brother and all, I would often have rain coming down when he had clear blue skies, so only way to really fix it though is to log in and log back out. I don't feel like doing that right at the moment.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Aye, you found one. This one looks like it'll work. It's a bit smaller than the other wheels, so the ride will be a bit rougher. But as long as we get this lumber to Trestlebridge, it won't matter how rough the ride is.
I'm sure it will do no good, but may I speak with you?
Alright, while Noel here and I put this wheel on the cart, there's one last thing I'd ask you to do. Go back to Elsie in Trestlebridge and tell her that all's well's here. Once the cart is fixed, Noel and I are going to take down a couple more trees and then bring our load down to the town. Of course, we couldn't have done that without your help. Thanks for that. Now hurry, won't do to stand around here waiting for the orcs. Yep, I knew we'd have to go back to town, so good call on that. Let's go back, let's talk to Elsie, let's talk to Maddie. Get these two quests out of the way, and the first part of our morning out of the way as well. I noticed that there's a update today when I was launching in. They said there's an update from like 6 to 10, 7 to 11, something like that on their scheduled maintenance. There was not a Yule Festival stable hand over at the Michael Delving Stables, which leads me to believe that the Yule Fest will probably start up today after the servers come back up following the maintenance. And yes, I've seen that strange chicken nest right over there. I need to hit it next time we come back through here. So I figure once the servers come back up, the Yule Festival horse should be sitting there. That's just my guess. I don't know for sure, but it's only 1 week until Christmas. So I would certainly expect them to get things rolling. The Christmas Fest usually lasts about a month. Yule Fest 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So if Christmas is only a week away, they need to get it going here. Let's talk to Elsie.
What do you need?
Maddie and Noel are safe and sound. Oh, bless you, bless you. That's the best news I've heard in many a day. I was fearing the worst, but I'm glad to hear my worries were for naught. I just hope they hurry up and get back to Trestlebridge. I don't think I'll get a bit of rest till I see them back. So which one are we going to take? Woodruff's hat, which is not, or Woodruff's longsword, which is also not really an upgrade, but that's 275, 228. We're going to take the longsword. It's definitely going to be a vendor party this time around. So completed all's well, and as you see, our experience bar is really moving along. We had just dinged 25 when we started this day, and we're already about a quarter of the way through it. Now let's find Marla. I believe that's her, yes. And give her back her missing map pages.
Greetings, friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we have our book back. Maybe this will make it harder for the orcs to attack us again. And the founder staff. And we'll never be able to use staff, so we're going to get money for that one as well. Alright, there we go. We are going to call that a morning. I will see if I can't get another episode recorded today after the servers come back up. And see if we can't get a little further along in level 25. I figure the few that we got left here should put us, judging by where we're going, somewhere in the half, maybe a little bit over half range here. So that's where we are. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have enjoyed it this morning. And hope you enjoy your week. Thank you much. Bye-bye.